It was P.T. Barnum who said there's a sucker born every minute. Well, we hate to tell you, that sucker could be you. If you are one of the millions of people who love to play carnival games, you may be playing into the hands of some slick operators. Once before, our hidden camera showed you the games people play. Now carnival season is back in full swing, and it's time for Arnold Diaz to warn you once again that not everyone plays fair at the fair.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? It's carnival time.
Every year, almost 20,000 carnivals and state fairs come to towns and cities across America.
It's carnival time.
They're fun for the entire family. A place where kids can experience the thrill of victory. But a 2020 hidden camera investigation finds some carnival games are fixed, so you can't win. In the business, they're called racket games.
The honest operators would love to see the racket games off the midway.
We hired former police investigator Bill Howard to survey a dozen carnivals. He reported finding rigged games at 9 of them. The worst example, the games run by carnival giant Murphy Brothers at the Super Fair in New Orleans, the largest indoor carnival in the country. Take the ring toss game. Chances are this young girl will never win.
Try it again.
We watched people play for a solid hour, and nobody could get the ring over the orange block. So we wondered if they actually fit over.
Of course it fits over. If it didn't fit over, they would have let me set the game up.
So we asked him to take any ring and slip it over the block. He tried, but it wouldn't go. Then he moved the block and tried it again. Frustrated, he broke it. Is this rifle game truly a game of skill? To find out, we brought along junior rifle champion Michelle Montara. The object is to shoot out the red star, but Michelle's gun kept jamming.
Let me give you a different gun. That one's big.
The other gun also jammed. That's because we discovered this carny uses smaller BBs than the gun is designed for. As a result, Michelle never came close to winning. At the bushel basket game, I thought I heard the carny call me Mark. Mark is the carny's name for players they plan to cheat.
All he's got to do is put 2 balls in the basket.
Notice when he demonstrates, he leaves a ball in the basket to deaden his throw. And he does the same thing when he offers me a free try.
Hey, that's pretty easy.
However, things change after I give him my money to play. You can see he now takes out that helpful deadening ball, and the result is I lose. As if that's not enough, another carny was making up his own rules for this game.
All right, now the outside game is to put 10 in.
10 in to win. That's impossible, says retired police officer Tom Taylor, who trains cops to spot carnival fraud.
So that game's played everywhere that I've ever seen it. 2 balls in wins. But to work it so strong that you got to have 10 in wins is taking money from people.
It makes it a sucker's game.
Yes.
And in fact, the rules here only require 2 in to win. But this carny has turned the rules board face down.
Where are the rules posted here? Where are they? I don't see the rules anywhere here.
We knew that this guy had recently been caught doing the same thing at another carnival.
What are you up to? Just like cheating people here? Are you up to cheating people here? You've been arrested, haven't you? No, I haven't. You've never been arrested? You've never pleaded guilty?
He's lying. Here's his mugshot from when he pled guilty to a misdemeanor violation of Oklahoma's carnival laws. Here's a game that looks simple enough. Knock down both Coke bottles with 1 roll of the softball.
That looks so easy. It is easy.
But our experts say carnies rig this game with a clever trick by placing 1 bottle slightly in front of the other. That front bottle absorbs the impact of the ball and deflects it, making it impossible to knock down the second bottle.
See this? Why is this bottle... No, don't move it back. Why is this bottle placed in front of this bottle? It isn't. Yes, it is. It is by accident. By accident? Yeah. I don't think that's an accident.
No.
Didn't you just say... I mean,
it was by accident that time, yeah.
By accident.
Yeah. I
did. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
At the balloon dart game, the carny says pop 3 small balloons and you win the big prize.
See the small ones up on top? It's a $5 game.
It should be a cinch for champion dart thrower Teresa Marie. However, when we brought her to the carnival, she hit the balloons, but they didn't pop.
Well, it looked like it hit it. You got to pop it? How can you hit it and not pop it? Huh?
You gotta shoot hard.
Shoot hard.
The real racket here is the points on most of the darts are not sharp enough to pop the suspiciously underinflated balloons. The most popular game on the Midway was basketball. Some people spent more than $20 trying to make a basket, but they didn't know what I found out.
That a regulation-size basketball?
Yeah, it's regulation ball. It's got a couple more pounds of air.
A couple more pounds of air?
Yeah.
So it bounces off a little off the rim.
Yeah, well, gotta do something, man.
Right. Is it a regulation-size rim, too?
It's a little smaller, too.
A little smaller, too.
An overinflated ball and a small rim that's not even round. It's oval-shaped. No wonder there were so many losers.
I spent $30. I didn't win. I mean, the ball will go in, bounce, and then come out.
When Murphy Games manager Nigel Carley came over, he said he tries, but it's difficult to control so many game operators.
It's my job to make sure they're all appropriate games for the public.
To prove our point, we took him to the ring toss, where we asked the carny to demonstrate that the game could be won.
The easiest way to do it is to come down at the block from up above.
Well, you're still not doing it. You're right up close. Let me see.
We let him stand a lot closer than he lets the players, and he missed one after another. 8 times he tried and failed from less than a foot away.
You get my point, right?
Sure,
You get my point.
Absolutely.
Even he was very honest.
Our next stop, the Coke Roll, where they were doing the same crooked setups I'd seen earlier.
And I said to the guy, why is the left one in front? And he said it was an accident. Now I come up, and they're set up the same way. You see the way that's set up? That's designed to make people lose, isn't it? Excuse me. Hold on a second. I'm talking to him.
I would say if you get it on slow motion, this and that, the ball hitting this and that, a quarter of an inch, it isn't going to make a difference on the game.
Really?
Oh, yes, it is. With a crooked setup, even if the ball hits right in the middle, this is what will always happen. Only one bottle will go down. On to the rifle game, where our expert explained the problem to the manager.
You be shooting it halfway around, it'll jam or whatever.
And sure enough, when he tried, the same thing happened.
You're right, it jammed. I guess that's part of the air in the mechanism. I mean, that's part of a game.
Part of a game. Only one that's designed to make you lose. As is this basket game, another 10-in to win racket. The carny insisted he could get 10 balls in, so we said, let's see you. He did no better than the players.
That was an almost. Give me that. Y'all got me really nervous, though.
Yeah. Isn't
Well,
this
okay,
a
look.
classic con?
No, it's not a
I
classic
mean,
con.
people cannot win this. They are going to spend so much money because every time you miss, you got to spend another $2.
Okay, so now the next thing is to perfect the game. So now,
The manager said this was a new game they were trying out. But he couldn't use that excuse when we returned to the balloon dart game, where the carny said the little balloons were easy to break.
Can you do it?
yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
At $2 a dart, this guy would have spent a fortune trying to break 3 balloons.
Come on.
Is he a victim of his own dull darts?
I usually hit them.
It took him 13 darts to break 1 balloon. At that rate, it would have cost him $65 to win the prize. And at some games, even if you win, you get ripped off. Instead of getting one of the nice prizes on display, we saw the carnies reaching into a hidden trough for a much cheaper prize, like a plastic squirt gun, a prize the carnies call slum.
Those pieces of junk that people get, and they think, what's this? Because all they see are these small prizes over there. Why are these hidden back here?
Clearly, our visit shook up the largest indoor carnival in the country.
The games manager promised us there'd be changes made, so we came back the next night. And sure enough, our walk down the Midway found a lot of good things.